Ealoor Collier and I'm from Edge Hill University. I'm the International Recruitment and Marketing Officer who looks after the South Asia region. Edge Hill University has accommodation for up to 3,000 students on campus. We've got some of the lowest cost accommodation in the country as well, and all of our 3,000 places are on campus. The prices range from between £80 per week to £145 per week. From about £80 per week, you'll be probably sharing a bathroom, but you'll have a communal kitchen space, and we never get students to share with more than sort of 3 people per bathroom or toilet that we have in the accommodation. We also, around about £110 a week, you're probably going to get ensuite accommodation, but maybe a slightly smaller communal space. And then between £125 to £145 per week, you'll get a spacious communal area, kitchen and living area, as well as your own ensuite accommodation. All of the bills are included within the accommodation, so that includes your internet access, your gas, electricity and water, as well as 24-hour security and CCTV. It's a very, very safe campus, and we make sure that there is a 3-lock process to get into your room. So the building that you'll be staying in has a lock on the front door. The actual flat itself has a lock as well, and then your own room is lockable as well. We can't guarantee accommodation on campus, but with 3,000 places and around 15,000 students, a lot of whom are commuter students from the northwest area, we do have a lot of brilliant accommodation on campus available. In addition to that, we were named top 5 in the whole of the UK for university halls in 2022, so a huge achievement out of hundreds of universities in the UK. We always recommend that students coming to Edge Hill University look to choose on-campus accommodation because of the excellent facilities we have available, and obviously it's all on campus, so really, really convenient. However, we can only accommodate single students on campus, so if you are looking to come to the university and you are coming with any dependents, we have a trusted private landlord register that our accommodation team can assist you with. All of those landlords are based in 𝒊𝒏𝒌, which is just a 10-minute walk or a 5-minute free bus journey on our free EdgeLink bus to and from the campus in 𝒊𝒏𝒌. So there's lots of available accommodation, private accommodation in 𝒊𝒏𝒌 as well. The main thing about accommodation is as soon as you've received your second stage updated offer letter from the university, you will then be eligible to receive an offer for accommodation. Once the accommodation team engage with you, the best thing you can do is engage back with them. Make sure you pick your choice of accommodation, and then make sure you accept your offer of accommodation as well, and doing this by the deadline, so then we can really support you in finding the best accommodation. And if you do it after the deadline, we can't guarantee that we'll be able to help you find any accommodation, but we'll certainly do our best to support you as much as possible. Lots of international student support available at the university. We have a dedicated international student support officer who gets in contact with you from about 3 months before you arrive at campus, right up and beyond graduation as well. She becomes more like a surrogate mother to many of our international students, and she's there to help with any issues that you have. We also have a careers service that will help you find part-time employment at the university or in the local 𝒊𝒏𝒌 area, as well as assisting you with writing CVs, writing application forms and interview skills as well. Of course, there's always the money advice service as well that is online, and we always recommend that students plan accordingly, make sure that they've got enough funds. But we also have lots of available free events on campus as well. We've got lots of places to eat, lots of cheap supermarkets in 𝒊𝒏𝒌, which is just a 5-minute bus journey away, and lots of opportunity from the area, which is one of the lowest cost living in the country. And thankfully our tuition fees are also some of the lowest cost in the country, which means that you won't be paying an extra £10,000 like. We have lots of international student support available at the university. We have a dedicated international student. lot of rumours about the post-study work visa being taken away, and I think a lot of stories that come up on social media are quite often what we call clickbait, so it's just encouraging you to click through it, and not necessarily based on fact. Certainly from our point of view in the higher education sector, we see a lot of these stories as well. We haven't heard any substantial evidence that there will be a change to the post-study work visa. However, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. All we do is make sure that we inform any of our applicants and students in plenty of notice as soon as we have any further information. What I would say from my own personal experience is that I can't see any specific changes coming necessarily before 2025 at the very earliest. That's because that's when the next general election in the UK is going to come about. We may get a different government who may want to change policies. However, they've got a lot on their plate at the moment, dealing with the difficulties with the economics at the moment in the UK and the European Ukraine-Russia war as well. So they have other priorities, and I can't see them taking away that sooner. Like I said, I can't guarantee that that will be the case, and even if something did change post 2025, there's still going to be a lead-on period, so there'll be plenty of notice with things like that. So my advice is don't panic and don't read too much into stories. Make sure that you check the government information on the government website. That is the most accurate, up-to-date information. And as soon as we know anything in the higher education sector, we will let you know as soon as possible. So Edge Hill University has traditionally for a long time been a UK focused education facility, and that has changed over the last few years, especially in the last intake where we quadrupled our international numbers. We are still quite small with regards to being an international university, but we're slowly building our global brand identity in many countries across the world, and we're hoping that over the next few years we'll gradually be able to build not just the number of international students that we have on campus, but also the diversity that we have. Currently at Edge Hill University we have both staff and students from over 40 countries, which is absolutely beautiful to see such mix of diversity and cultures in the campus, and we are hoping to diversify that even more. So when you come to the university, you don't just get a UK experience, but you also get an international experience, mixing with students from different cultures and different backgrounds, not just necessarily someone from your own country. And we want to continue that and build gradually and internationalise the university. There's so much to offer: the green spaces, the low cost fees, excellent scholarships, and not to mention that we are 55th in the UK and top 4 in the Northwest. So with so much to offer, we really want to encourage international students to take up that opportunity and have the best student experience, which is always our #1 priority.